It's another interesting episode of Labor Lens where we bring to you update information in the world of work and pay. I am Sharon Ijason. This week's episode we'll be discussing about the health workers strike which is taking place under the umbrella body of JOESU. But first, let's begin with the news. We will be right back. The president of the National Union of Chemical, Footwear, Rubber, Leather and Non-Metallic Product Employees has called on multinationals and indigenous companies to allow workers unionize. According to him, this will benefit both the employees and employers, which will later translate to industrial harmony.
Casualization, contract staff, outsourcing is one of the problems that are facing us in our sector. Because the employer, they don't even give us, they will believe in patronizing the contract staff, outsourcing and casualization. But there is a difference between casual and contract staff. The casual, they are mainly for the job that is casual in nature. That is maybe the job that will take 1 week, 1 month, 2 months, then you disengage them. Contract staff, these are the people that have, they have been given a recruiter's license, what they call recruiter license. So there's a gazette that empower them. It has been discussed in the House and has been signed by the executive, so it now become a law. But what we are now seeing, the last time I went to Geneva, we may realize that everybody that lives this our own house and says it's going to work, they are Nigerian workers. So we have every right to organize both regular staff, contract staff, and casual staff.
The joint sector, under which comprises of the Medical Health Workers Union, Non-Academic Staff Union of Educational and Associated Institutes, Nigerian Union of Allied Health Professionals, National Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives, Senior Staff Association of University Teaching Hospitals, and the Research Institutes and Associated Institutions commenced a national strike on April 17, 2018. Patients trying to access medical care in federal institutions across Nigeria are facing the risk of death due to lack of adequate care as the ongoing indefinite nationwide strike embarked upon lingers. When I visited the Lagos University Teaching Hospital, health professionals were not on duty. It was also observed that patients are displaced and some accused the hospital management of discharging patients unduly.
àìmọye àwọn ènìyàn ló ń kú ìfùgọ́ tó wá pé nurses wà ní àbúrò mi máa ti wà òkè èmi gan máa ti kúrò.
People are dying by the minute. If the nurses were on duty, my sister would have been strong by now. They discharged my sister and she's still sick. I'm sure it's because only the doctors can't do it alone.
wọ́n ti sọ pé ká máa lọlé torí apá àwọn dókítà nìkan kò ká nǹkan yìí.
We are the one doing our dressing by ourselves. Nobody can help us. And so many people have already lost our patient here. That's why I'm pleading to the government to just answer the nurses for them to start their work back.
Other patients seen on the premises of the hospital complained about the standard of the healthcare sector in Nigeria.
This is not the right place to be. They don't take care of our patients with the rights. In fact, what they need, what they demand from us, maybe to go and buy drugs, buy this, do tests. It's not supposed to be so. So in fact, I don't encourage anybody to come to this place.
The healthcare professionals' demands are employment of additional health professionals, upward adjustment of CONHES salary scale, arrears of skipping CONHES, implementation of court judgments, and upward review of retirement age of health workers from 60 years to 65 years. In an interview with JOESU chairman Luth Chapter Johnson Shaba, He recalled that the agreement reached when the strike was suspended in September 2017 was not met, despite a memorandum of terms settlement with the federal government that demands will be met in 5 weeks.
To us, it was a surprise to us that after signing an agreement since last year, September, up to now, even all the agreements signed, there were dates and weeks given to those agreements that within those shortest periods, things will be done accordingly. But to us, it was a surprise that the same government that promised to do something refused to do anything.
Health professionals on strike includes dietitian, pharmacists, radiographers, nurses, physiotherapists, lab scientists, medical lab scientists, optometrists, health information officers, and all administrative staff.
If we must be very honest with ourselves, my take is the federal government is not sincere in all ramification, because a situation where you're the employer of every health worker and you treat some different from the others, you have turned the health sector to an animal farm, in my own opinion, whereas some are equal, some are more equal. We should go back to the days of when administrators are allowed to administer the hospitals and every healthcare professional does their job. Whether you are a doctor, you are a nurse, you are a pharmacist, whatever area, we are all needed, because the hospital primarily is there because of the patient, and every other health worker is there for the patient. The patient is the most important in the health sector. Let everyone do their job, and I think all will be well.
According to the Nigerian dictionary, a medical professional is a medical doctor. Every other person is not a medical professional. So, but if you are talking about health workers, the medical practitioners are the princes and princesses of the health sector, while other health workers, other than medical doctors, remain slaves in the same palace where they are both children of the same father and the same mother. And we wonder if there is a crown prince or crown princess called a medical doctor, the other health professionals should be princes and princesses and not reduced to the palace workers as if they are slaves. Unfortunately, government is not treating all other health workers rightly. Government should do the needful. And what is the needful? Whatever is due to any health worker should be given to him or to her. Nobody is asking for equality between all other health workers and doctors. No, that is a very wrong impression given to the public. We are asking for equity, and equity requires that when a medical doctor is placed on level 12 and any other professional, a graduate, is placed on level 8, attempts should not be made to further widen the gap by a kind of trying to play with their salary structure, because the consolidated health medical salary structure, COMES, while the other one, meant for other health workers, the consolidated health salary structure, COHES, is left unreviewed, whereas the doctors have received a review in 2014. They received a review in 2017. There is something going around now in the social media. We have seen a table for 2018, which is making the rounds that they have again reviewed that of medical doctors. We are yet to confirm. It means they might have done it in anticipation that we shall also request for a review. What this means, let Nigerians know, what this means is that whatever review we are asking for, it cannot meet up with that of the medical doctors, who are likely to have received 3 reviews, and we're only asking for 1. So how does 20% increase, for instance, on a level 8 salary transforms to equality with 20% of a level 12 salary, how does it make a difference? How is it that you are asking for equality, but we're only talking about equity?